Hey everybody, Tori Hartman here again, and today I'm going to talk about wealth. If you'll notice in the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards, with our spreads, there are no spreads that say attract money, money. And why? Why have I not focused on money necessarily? Well, I'll tell you why. Because wealth, in its real meaning, means well-being. And the only reason we need money, right, is for well-being, to do things with it. And I've said this before, but I think it's very important here. When we look at a spread for wealth, we're really looking at, and I'm just going to share off the page here because I think this is great. What we really want to do is get our beliefs around money first, because so much of the time, you know, I was just on, I don't know if it was Facebook or some kind of, it was a social media thing, right? And somebody was saying, you know, gosh, here's a guy, and this guy's very greedy, and he's like well hated in the world for his greed, right? And all of the posts started saying, yeah, that's in the 1%. They're in the 10%. These are these wealthy, you know, these wealthy, selfish people. And it was really interesting how negative everyone was around wealth and wealthy people. And what they're saying is, well, they're rich people who are mean and not nice with their money, but what they did was they lump everybody in. So think about this for a minute. If you think that wealthy people are evil, would you want to be one? So I want you to think about that right off the bat. And I posted that, and suddenly the whole thing just like shut down. Everybody went, oh, you know, because it's just another form of just like, I want to say, if we're prejudging people who have money. We're assuming that everybody who has money is not a nice person, right? So the first thing we're going to look at is, where in your body are you storing your beliefs about money? So when you throw a wealth spread, the first thing you're going to look at is, what are my beliefs around wealth? And you'll look at which chakra comes up. Is it the first chakra that tells me that I have to work hard for it and grow it? Is it the fifth chakra that says I can express myself and create it? So you're going to look at the chakra card as well as what the fable is telling you, because each of the chakra cards has an aspect of that particular chakra. So if we look at, like, for example, all the blue cards, there's 7 in each. The blue cards are also all talking about how you're going to create and express yourself. So that's going to be important with the first card. Then when we look specifically, and again, I'm cheating off the sheet here so I can stay somewhat on track. The second card tells you the challenges that are going to come up for you. In other words, what are you facing when you deal with money? Is it how you communicate? Blue. Is it sixth chakra, sixth sense? Is it family beliefs and issues? Is it emotional? Orange. So you're going to look at what's in your way. What is the thing? What is the very part of you that's resonating with that, right? Like, what's in the way of it? Then the third card becomes your actual feelings. Now, this is interesting because beliefs about money, number one, but the third card is actually your feelings about wealth. How do you feel about being wealthy? Are you canary yellow that's going to dissipate it, or are you Bahana beige that's going to be very benevolent with it? Looking at the different cards and the different fables and how they play in is going to tell you very much how you're operating around money. And by the way, there's 3 aspects to every card, which is a more advanced concept. But as you study and learn the cards, you're going to start going, oh, I get exactly where I'm at. And by the way, the fourth card obviously is always the outcome or the potential outcome. But here's something very interesting. I think that what happens a lot when we're doing readings and we're trying to get our future, think about this. You're not going to get an answer outside of you. The answer's in you. So a lot of the work I do when I'm working with you, or I'm working with clients, or teaching the cards, is I'm teaching you how to see what is coming off the page and what your relationship to it is. And I'm going to be teaching some classes coming up, and I love teaching in groups because I can show you how your beliefs come right off the page to you. And that's what happens with the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. So when we look at your beliefs about wealth, you've got to look at how you are in the world around money and wealth and well-being and what it means to you. Because let me tell you something. Unless you know what it means to you, how can you create something? How often do we just go, oh, I'm going to become a rock star? Well, okay, but what does that mean to you? See, we have to create the entire circumstance of our life in order to really create it. And I'll talk more next time about another spread. But for today, start thinking about how you relate to wealth. And I'll see you soon.